we see the Federal Reserve, the central bank, the one in charge of monetary policy, obviously, they've had mandates, and that would be to keep full employment and try to keep the market stable. But now we see, especially with Janet Yellen in at the Treasury, the Fed and the Treasury and even the IMF now, they have come out with new mandates. And now their new mandates are they're somehow going to fix inequality. They're going to fix racial and gender inequality, income inequality, racial and gender inequality, and even climate change. I think about, the saying that when all you have is a hammer, the whole world looks like a nail. We understand the central banks, the IMF and the central banks, all they have is money. But now they want to attempt to tackle or cure these inequalities and climate change. I think most people could easily see, well, the Fed can't see, but they're the ones causing the problem. But you even think that they might even be in charge or responsible, not just for the income inequality, but even maybe racial inequality and climate change as well. Let's go ahead and dive into those couple things.
Yeah, it's so the person starting the fire is saying we're going to put out the fire.
Yeah,
is what's happening, and they're starting the fire with blowtorches, and telling the world that they're going to put out the fire. It's impossible. And again,
on an antidote, real quick, I have a bunch of friends that are firefighters in Southern California, and there was a real famous case, the arson inspector. I think you wrote a book about it. Like, he was actually the one setting the fires.
Right.
And
right.
And that's a true story. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
And so I try not to, and some of your listeners and everything else, I understand the conspiracy theories that come from with the world we live in now. I really do, because it's hard to see. Once you have actually understand what it looks like, you can't believe people aren't acting maliciously to be able to. But don't assign malice to ineptitude, right? There, sure. or not ineptitude, dealing in a system that can't be changed from the system. So, I use that Blockbuster example all the time. It's not like Blockbuster executives weren't intelligent. It's just by the time technology changed to be able to do that job that Blockbuster did through downloads in an instant, Blockbuster was over, and there's nothing they could do to be able to change that fact. It happened so fast. So that's what's happening that's what's happening at our monetary level. So to your question, what are they doing to cause this? And so let's use climate change as an example. So on one side of the equation, on the technology side of the equation, you have now solar and batteries coming on, and storage coming on. Storage not totally yet, but you have solar as the lowest cost energy today in many regions of the planet, and it's getting cheaper. It's getting cheaper at about 11% per year. So you have new energy coming on that's cheaper, and not just new energy coming on, but the economic benefit around solar now as a business, more and more people investing in solar and more. So you have not just a small part of the market being cheaper, you have a greater part of the market over time become cheaper and becoming cheaper every year. Innovation. So that, and because energy itself is the number one thing in every other thing we use, it drives economies. And so if you look at why US and the petrodollar was all about oil energy, right? But now we have solar, additive. It's not there. It's a small part of the overall mix today. And there's no way we could immediately go to solar for everything solar and storage. But you have new energy that's deflationary to the entire grid, and it's becoming more and more, and it's getting cheaper every year. So that's where we are today, looking forward. And that might not have looked like that 10 years ago because solar was more expensive, so it didn't move very fast.